Growing up, I had dreams and aspirations, but always felt like the kid that didn't fit in. For the most part, I wasn't a bad kid, but when I made the transition into adulthood, I turned to the streets for guidance. This led to getting locked up in juvenile hall, doing time in CYA, and eventually a 120-month sentence in federal prison. I had a lot of time to think and reflect during my federal sentence, so I share with you what I learned, hoping I can positively influence someone else's life with Prison Talk. What's up, everybody? Big Hurt, Prison Talk. You guys always ask me a lot of questions, and a lot of times those questions are different for different people because people have been in different spots. I'm here with Young Dirt, and I'm gonna have him answer, a couple of different questions for you guys, so you guys can get insight from somebody else. And make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Dirt, a lot of people ask us about like politics in prison. Where do you sit, or if I'm Asian, who do I hang out with, and do white guys talk to black guys, or do Mexicans talk to black guys, do black guys talk to Mexicans, and I know you mentioned before as far as like doing business with other races.
Yeah.
How does that work in a prison, in a state prison?
So first off, it's different in the levels, because once you start getting down to level 2 and 1 and ranch and stuff, the politics change drastically. So on level 3 or level 4 yard, for example, I pull up on the yard, I'll show you my paperwork, but most likely, like with me, if I pull up on the yard, everybody pretty much know who I am. So I'm gonna show you my paperwork, then we're gonna let the older homie know that you here, whoever got the yard. And then from there, you start asking questions. Whatever homie, whether you since I'm a blood, I'm gonna get out of LA blood. Actually, I'm gonna get out of black, period. And let me know what's our phones, what's our showers, what's our bars, what's our basketball court. When we go to the chow hall, where do we sit? Sometimes in some places, where do we sit in church?
Yeah.
So that's basically the politics right there. So as far as the violence aspect of it, if something happens and like say it's me and you, and we see a black and a white getting into it, I ain't gonna lie, off top we know it's going down, period. If in some rare situations, and that's rare, if the dude is dogging the white dude out, if the white dudes ain't tripping, we ain't tripping. But that's rare. So what'll happen is we gotta go.
So usually right off the top, if we see a white and black guy get into it, it's about to kick off.
Yeah, it's about to go. We gotta go. Because the first thing that's gonna happen is once we all in the hole, pepper sprayed up, and we gonna be talking, yeah, I did that. Yeah, I did that. Where was you? Yeah, I did that. And if you ain't accounted for, you gonna see the kites start sliding them. Hey, take that, or you gonna hear, hey, take this kite to whoop the whoop. You gonna know. People asking questions. So as soon as y'all just get back on the main line, you're gonna be on the menu.
So somebody asked me, so if something jumps off and you didn't participate, or they find out you were watching, what's gonna happen to you because you let another homie get smacked up?
I'll give you an example. My celly in Old Folsom, he was in the shower area, and the Sac homies in the LA Bloods got into it with some Crips. And my celly, he didn't get involved. Even though he's not a Blood, the way Sacramento is an umbrella. You can be in some cases, you can be a Crip and function with the SAP car. Or you could be from any part of Sacramento. We're all together, we're an umbrella. But he was under that without no gang ties. But he didn't participate because you didn't been at spreads with us, you've been in the meetings with us, you work out with us, you party with us. He didn't participate, so instead of getting him off the yard, he had to run that back-to-back fade. Even though the first young homie wore him out, but still, he had to catch that second one. But after that, he decided he didn't want to be no parts of the Sacramento Umbrella. It's like, y'all doing too much, I'm out. But still, that right there, as far as prison goes and politics, I played my part. I played my part. I went through all the levels to where, young homies come to me. So I got a lot of little brothers. I'm everybody big bro in there.
And as far as like a lot of the a lot of the tension, like between the different races, whether it be the white boys or the Southern Hispanics, um, do you think a lot of it's tied into just the drugs in prison? You know what I mean? As far as everything's based on economics, or is trying to control the yard? Because a lot of people are like, oh, so and so runs this yard and that yard. Well, and I know in the feds, you go back east, ain't no, it's different, man. It's all based on economics. You know what I mean? It ain't, you do have gangs, but like it's all it's geographic. It's a little bit different.
I'm gonna be honest. Most of the problems that happen are behind drugs in prison. Most of the problems that happen are behind
somebody
drugs.
owing somebody.
Somebody owing somebody, because you have like when I first came to prison, I was putting in work, always in the hole and everything, and I realized, man, I'm only selling 50 balls and 100 balls, man. There's a level above this, and I'm trying to realize why I'm not getting in. So my older cousin, who's from the Heights, you probably know him, Stephen, Free Stephen Stowers, that's my cousin, but still, he opened a book of hustle to me in prison. He taught me how to hustle in prison. So, and then he told me what was wrong. And what was wrong is I was running around here putting in work thinking that was something. But the ballers is not gonna let you in because you're a problem child. They'll throw you a crumb and be like,
attention.
Yeah, they'll throw you a crumb and be like, yeah, I know you're gonna do something, here you go. And just, to keep it cool. But so once I learned to humble myself somewhat and then use my mind, they started putting me on. So I was in the pen eating. I was in Calipat one time and had like 1,800 cash in the cell. Even though I ain't a lot, but that's in the cell. And I took a picture throwing up the B and put it on Facebook. Man, the next day the goon squad was at my door.
That quick, huh?
Man, that quick. They kicked in the door.
Oh, shit.
They kicked in the door. Basically, we say kick in the door, but they just slung the cell door open. And they snatched me and my cellie, Mikey GP from Skyline, out and put us on the wall. They said, who Kurt Luminous? my cellie he had his face against the wall. He said, and busted up laughing. So, they knew it was me, but I had to, I can talk about it now, but I had the money up somewhere else. And so they didn't get it. But they had a feeling, because when they had me in the shower talking about bend over, squat, and cough, they got this thing where if they believe you got something, they be like, make it wink. So they want you to bend over, squat, cough. They say, cough louder. All right, make it wink. So at the end of the day, yeah. So that didn't work.
So is it, as far as like in the state, is because I growing up in Sacramento, some of my best partners were Mexican, man. And I tell dudes, I had a Mexican cellie in the feds, and they was tripping because they like, what you doing? The LA dudes like, what you doing with this Mexican? But man, we from up north. It's different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We function in the neighborhood. It's like Mexican be like, what's up, my nigga too? We like family. So it's a little bit different. And I kicked it with some of the cats like the Norteños. I was able to sit over there because we from up north, just because the way I did my program. But is it the same where you was at as far as in the state? Is the Northern Mexicans kind of cool? Is it was it cool or different than dealing with the guys from down south? Did you notice the difference?
In general,
geographically?
Yeah. In general, where we from, the Asians say nigga, the Northerners say nigga more than us.
Yeah.
They call each other nigga more than us, period. The white boys even say nigga that grew up around us, so that's really nothing to us, but somebody else will hear that and be like, whoa. So geographically, like certain Norteños, they act like Southsiders. We don't really we don't get along because them the ones that are calling the shots or trying to influence all the rest because they're the structured ones. I don't really get along with them, but the ones that grew up like you was talking about, that'd be like, what's up with it, bro? Those ones, yeah, we cool. But I done been in like 3 riots with them. So something changed in like 05, I think. 05, 06, they started, we blacks and Norteños started getting into it all up and down California. And things, changed. But it's not no immediate tension with them. It never is. But they just like us. And they bring it too.
And then as far as like the white boys, there's no interaction.
Nah, ain't no interaction. Unless you on a lower level, you got like OGs or something that they might be on the yard playing guitar or something together, or they church buddies or law library, or they might be in an older sports league or something like that. But as far as interaction, the only time you're gonna see a black and a white boy talking is about some legal stuff or some drugs or something. And you can pretty much tell what's going on by the characters because prison is a process of repetitiveness.
That's right, that's right. Yeah. So there you guys have it, man. A little bit of politics about the state, the state institutions, man. A lot different than the feds, and just how people communicate, man. And the bottom line is, stay your ass on the streets, man, so you ain't got to deal with all the ignorance, man. The bullshit, Big Hurt, Young Dirt, Prison Talk. Lockdown's over. Get your yard time in. Exclusively at FreshOutSeries.com.